Is the astral realm an archonic deception? Deep thoughts. I'm Jeffrey Daugherty. This is New Cosmic Knowledge. I really appreciate you being here. I appreciate your attendance. I appreciate you honoring me by your presence. And we're going to talk today about the astral realm. And there's just so much interesting. There's just so much talking about. There's just so much going on with the astral realm that I felt like it'd be nice to talk about this. I felt like it'd be nice to discuss this. I felt like it'd be nice to at least take a look into this because it is very, very interesting. And there's a lot of speculation. I've been doing a whole lot of looking and seeking and guiding and a lot of work in the astral, and some new information that Sandra and I came across causes me to wonder really what's going on with the whole thing. And speaking of new and exciting, we're going to have a special emergency edition tonight of The Last Stand with Jay Campbell. It seems that Napoleon on Twitter, if you're a Twitter person, you know who he is, has come out with some possible information about disclosure. Jay feels like it's the first official channel release of any disclosure information. And Sandra told me that one of her early spiritual teachers, Jill Jardine, had been prophesying that there might be disclosure during this triune trio of eclipses. You know how I feel about the eclipses and all that stuff, but it's at least very interesting. And Jay wants to talk about it, and a lot of people want to hear about it. So this is going to be some interesting stuff, I think, tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern time, right here on the New Cosmic Knowledge channel. And of course, tomorrow night, 7 p.m., I'll be talking with Global Witness. He'll be back on. We're probably going to start off talking about this. And if you don't know what this is, go back and watch the show I did today about I can't remember the name of it now. This thing right here. I'm a little tired. I was up very early and just tried to get a little bit of a nap, but it wasn't too successful. So we're going to be talking about that and whether and how we've been taught to accept something that might in fact be the enemy's system. And this will change your life. It'll change your life. It'll change your relationships, and it'll lead you from ego into humility. So tomorrow night with Global Witness, tonight with Jay Campbell, and of course 10 p.m. the lovable, consequential rapscallions. So we're great to see that. We're glad to see that, and I hope that you will be around for that. Love matters. I'm not sure, but glad to have you here. Glad to have all of you in here, and it looks like we got a pretty full chat room. So very nice to see everybody and just kind of seeing what's going on in here. Hello, Warrior Princess. Lots of people in the chat room. Nice to see you here. So let's go ahead and get into our discussion. I've got notes. That's how important I think this is. So let's talk. I believe, and I've come to believe even more over the last few days, that we are of our mother and father. Now, I know that doesn't sound terribly profound, but I think we are of our mother and father. Hello, Brian Parker, Tactical Sovereignty. So nice to talk to you. And Brian Parker says that Anthony Bourdain, who had a somewhat mysterious death, committed suicide, that he was about to start talking about much of this. Interesting. I didn't know that. But we are of our mother and father. And again, I don't know if it's because I got together with Global Witness, but I find myself drawn back to the scriptures a little bit. And I want to tell you what I think I mean by we draw back to the father and we draw back to the mother. Let's look at this scripture here, Genesis 3:19. And it's another one of those places where you've got truth mixed in with error. You've got diamond mixed in with dung right there next to each other. And folks, you're not going to find any clean diamonds. Don't lick them because they're covered with dung, but you're going to have to rub them off. You're going to have to get, a cloth, and you're going to have to clean these diamonds as you find them because they're all covered with dung. And the dung's even right next to the diamonds. And Genesis 3:19 is no exception. Let's take a look at this verse, Genesis 3, and we'll start, and we'll start back. We're going to look into 3:19. So, and it's kind of one of those scriptures that gets quoted and usually gets quoted out of context, but it says this: you're going to return to the ground, for out of it were you taken. Dust thou art, and dust thou shalt return to. And what this is really saying is that when you die, you return to the ground. It really says you came out of the ground, and to the ground you're going to return. It's really saying that you came out of the earth, you're of the earth, and when you die, you're going to go back to the earth. But the way this is used and presented to us, it's like the de facto commentary at every funeral. And people aren't listening at funerals. People aren't thinking about what's said at funerals. People are there just for the pomp and circumstance, just for the ceremony. I don't mean to belittle funerals, but nobody's there to do anything or to really listen to anything. It's throwaway time. Your brains are kind of on hold. Your brains are kind of on pause. So it's a great time for the matrix, the fear and guilt control matrix, to speak truth, their truth, into your mind. So it's a great time for minds to kind of be on neutral, and for the fear and guilt control matrix to speak into your mind. So they're speaking into your mind, ashes to ashes, dust to dust. It's meant to make us feel meaningless. It's meant to make us feel worthless. It's meant to reduce in our minds our value. It's meant to make us think that we don't have any value. We're just dust. It's meant to make us think, oh, you're just ashes. But no. The reality of this is that they're trying to dung up a diamond here, ladies and gentlemen. They're trying to dung up a diamond. What this is saying is that when you die, your physical essence returns to the earth. This physical essence came out of the earth. And when you die, this physical essence goes back into the earth. And Derek made a statement the other night on the show that every soul that's ever been on planet Earth is here now. Kind of a remarkable statement. But if we think about it, in the reality of every soul that's ever been on planet Earth has gone back into planet Earth, and we all come up out of planet Earth, then at least biologically, every single soul that's ever been on planet Earth is here on planet Earth once again. And remember, planet Earth is our mother. Planet Earth is Sophia. So when we leave this, and hello, Sophia, when we leave this earth, when we leave this life, we go back to our mother. When we leave this life, we go back to our mother. This soul, even though we were trapped in it, it did come from the earth. It has been our home for 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 years, 110, 120, whatever. We go back to the earth. We go back to, thank you, Kelly, we go back to our mother. So the physical part of us goes back to our mother when we leave this life. But what about the non-physical part of us? Well, the non-physical part of us, we're told where that goes to. The non-physical part of us, Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse number 7. And here again, diamonds hidden in dung, ladies and gentlemen. Ecclesiastes 12:7 says that the dust returns to the earth as it was. Your body made up of the earth. This word means ground, earth. Your body made up of the earth goes back into Mother Earth. And then the spirit, the incorporeal part of you, returns unto God who gave it, the Father. And we were talking about yesterday, Sandra and I were talking about this. I don't know if we actually ever talked about it on a program, but we will, that the Father is manifested in the ether. The Father is manifested in the chi. The Father is manifested in the prana. The Father is manifested in the spirit. So our body returns to our mother, and our spirit returns to our Father. So when we die, when we leave this physical incarnation, our spirit goes to Father, our body goes to Mother. It's so very simple. It's so very easy. It's so very plain. It's concise. It's easy. It's clear. It doesn't take a Bible college degree. It doesn't take 100,000 hours of Bible study. Pierce, the Father is a fake reptilian. The fake Father is a fake reptilian. The real Father is our Father. The real Father, but there's a fake Father. Just like we talked about this. This is the formation of the real God. In the beginning, we were made male and female, and we create in the divine sacred ratio. This is the work of the fake God. The two become one flesh. We become enmeshed. We think this is all the creation room we have, and this is ego, so everything's tainted. Get down here into the real creation. This is how they were at the beginning, male and female. This is how they want us to be now. The two shall cleave together and be one flesh. You got to watch the last show to get all of that, and watch the show tomorrow to get the rest of that. So when you die, when I die, Pierce, I love you, but don't try to hijack my show. When you die, your body returns to your mother. When you die, your spirit returns to your Father. That's what it says. It's plain, it's easy, it's simple. And this, I got to ask this question. Back in the day, when we died, they just put us in the dirt, right? They threw us in the dirt, covered us up, or they put us on those cool platforms and lit us on fire, or they put us on boats and pushed us out, and somebody shot a freaking arrow, and whoo, dude, if I could go that way, that's in my spiritual will. And we got to get back to that, Sandra. I want to go that way. Push me out on some water, have somebody shoot an arrow, light me up, and let me burn. Why were they doing that, do you think? Do you think they were doing that so that your body could return to mother just like that? Do you think they were doing that so your spirit could return to Father just like that? Do you think maybe they understood something? Do you think that maybe they knew we just want to get this stuff done and get gone? But now what do? Now we seal ourselves into these almost hermetically sealed coffins. They're made out of copper. They're made out of aluminum. Some of them are made out of platinum. And they are sealed so that you don't rot. You don't return to the dust. And is your spirit sealed in the box? I don't know, but why are they trying to keep us in these boxes and keep us from returning to dust, returning to the earth for as long as possible? Why would they do that? Because you know that once you die, you really are real concerned about your body not being decayed. Do you really care if your body decays? Our ancestors wanted to be decayed as fast as possible. They wanted to be, boom, returned. They wanted their spirit to go up to Father. They wanted their body to go down to Mother. But now, let's seal ourselves in these hermetically sealed boxes so that we can never get back to Mother Earth. The essence of you inside one of those copper coffins will never get back to Mother Earth. What are the spiritual implications of that? Maybe there's none. Maybe I'm just worried over nothing. But maybe there's something to it, because why? But everybody wants a nice coffin these days. And when everybody wants something, it makes me say, wait a second, why does everybody want something? Why does everybody want to get in a coffin? And why do they want to sell us $10,000 coffins? If you can't put me on a barge and light me up, put me in the thing that will rot the fastest. If you can put me in a box, do it. And I say burn me. Yeah, burn me. But they burn you inside that oven that's sealed, and they're digging out the ashes. Who knows how many people are in those ashes, right? And then they stick you in this urn, and you sit on somebody's mantle. Do you ever get back to the earth? If they do burn me, and if you do wind up with my ashes, don't save any of them. Dump them out somewhere, please. Get me back to the earth as fast as you possibly can. Get my spirit back to Father as soon as you possibly can. Get me home to Mama as soon as you possibly can. So we were created by Sophia Elohim. We are of our mother, who is now Sophia, the earth that we walk on. We are of our father, the chi, the prana, the energy, even the breath that sustains us. And if that's true, thank you, baby. Thank you, Sandra. I love you. And if that's true, if we do return our bodies to Mother and our spirits to Father, that's what I want, a Viking funeral or an Irish funeral. Same thing, bro. If we do go to Earth, back to Mother, our body, if we do go back to Father, our spirit, I love you, baby. Then what is all this stuff in the astral realm? What is all this stuff in the astral realm? Grandma, grandpa, cousin, sister, daughter, mother, auntie, as Sandra says. I just say aunt. Is it really? Because it says that when we die, our spirit goes back to Father. Our spirit goes back to Father. How do we get stuck betwixt and between if we go back to Father? Is Father not able to get us where he wants us to go? I have a problem with that. What about these ghosts? What about these spirits? What about these apparitions that are here on earth? Oh, it's people. Does Mother not know how to receive us back? Or is it the people that have been in coffins? I've just got to ask myself, even with all of the astral work that I've done, what am I really working with? Because if Sophia created everything by her essence, her energetic essence, as she passed by, animating inorganic, spiritual, and organic materials, and then when she got here, she created us, and she has us on her. And if we return to her, Sandra, stealing my thunder, and if we return to him, bodies to Mother, spirits to Father, what would be in the astral realm? But copies, illusions, delusions, distortions. I'm not saying 100%, but I'm saying I'm pretty sure that Mother knows how to get us back. I'm pretty sure that Father knows how to get us back. No, you're fine, baby. Perfect timing. Is it possible that everything in the astral realm is a deception? Is it possible that everything in the astral realm is an illusion? Is it possible that everything in the astral realm is only a copy made to deceive us? I understand, Pierce, that it is very real. I've been there bunches of times. It is very real. But the matrix is very real, and it's a deception. Your dreams are very real, and they're deceptions if you sleep over 3 hours. Period. Little old Jeff coming out. It's very possible that every single thing in the astral realm is a fake, a fraud, a copy. Smudger says the astral is horse bleep. Smudger may be right. So is all of this idea about souls trapped in the astral just so much deception and delusion to keep us focused on something that doesn't matter, to keep us away from focusing on things that do matter? Is this whole idea of soul farbs just some big archonic, there's the word, archonic creation that's meant to keep us distracted and to have our minds distorted? Oh, Sandra D., this is why I love this woman so much. Well, there's a few reasons, but this is the big one. She says the astral is another matrix within the matrix. It's a trap within the trap. It's a maze within the maze. And you amaze me, Sandra. Another layer. And I don't know if it's a layer to navigate through so much as it is a layer or layers, as Supernatural says. Layers for our mind, not for our spirit. Because if we return to Father, I'm pretty sure Father knows how to get his kids home. And if we return to Mother, I'm pretty sure that Mother knows how to get her kids home. Like Sandra just said, to deceive. So is it possible that everything in the astral realm and all the ghosts and all the hauntings, well, I see two possibilities. Number one, the Father and the Mother have created an imperfect system. The Father and the Mother are incapable of getting their children home. The Father and the Mother that created everything have somehow become incapable of taking their children home. The Father that created everything is somehow incapable of getting your spirit back to him as it said that he wants it to be. The spirit returns to the Father who gave it. All of a sudden, the Mother who created everything is incapable of getting you back to her. They're Elohim. They're Aeons. They're Titans. They created everything. But all of a sudden, when we die, when we exit this physical life, all of a sudden they're impotent. And Sandra bringing up Thoth, the halls of Amenti, that's, I even said it before I had this revelation about Sophia. The halls of Amenti are in the earth, the center of the earth. Where do we go? We go into the earth when we leave this body. And the great Aeon, the great Sophia is the gods, is the earth. So the halls of Amenti are in earth. Wow. But see, I don't want to be a gemstone because that gemstone is still here. I want to be dispersed. I want to get back to the earth. I want to get back to my mama as soon as I can. I want to get back to my daddy as soon as I can. Sandra, this is exactly what Thoth refers to as the halls of Amenti. So either Mother and Father are imperfect, Mother and Father are impotent, and to some degree, meaning lacking the power, or it's a hoax, an archonic hoax being perpetrated upon us for thousands and thousands and thousands of years, and we're buying it. Jason, should we even astral project? Jason, don't do it unless you have a really damn good reason to do it. This whole astral thing might be a complete deception. This whole astral thing might be a complete delusion. This whole astral thing might be a complete diversion. And as Rainbow Phoenix just says, we're falling for it. Because at the end of the day, oh, I want to astral project. Can I say something? And I'm not picking on who was it that said that. I'm not picking on whoever it was that said that. Have you spent as much time wanting to meditate than you have wanting to astral project? Hello. I get all these emails about, oh, I want to astral project. Teach me to astral project. I want to astral project. I want to astral project. But how many of you want to meditate? Meditation is actually going to help you get the crap out of get into your darkness, get into your dark night of your soul. Meditation is actually going to help you discover who you are. Meditation is actually going to help you separate the dross from the silver and the gold that you are. Meditation separates the sacred from the mundane and profane in your life. But nobody's clamoring for meditation. They all want astral projection. Why? Because astral projection's sexy. Because astral projection's exciting. Because astral projection is going off into all these, wow, I want to do that. I want to see, I want to go. And meditation's just sitting on a cushion in your room and om. We don't even om when we meditate. But meditation's not as sexy. Meditation's is not exciting compared to astral projection. Is that part of the deception, ladies and gentlemen? Is that part of the plan to get you so focused on the astral realm? How many books have been written about the astral realm? How many pages have been printed about the astral realm? How many books have been written about ghosts? There's a lot of books about, there's a lot of TV shows, primetime TV shows about ghosts. There's not one primetime TV show about meditation. Everybody wants to talk about ghosts. Everybody wants to talk about hauntings. Everybody, I don't see them selling meditation kits online by the hundreds, but I see them selling EMF meters and ghost boxes and all these things with the flashy lights and stuff. Why? Why? Because it might well be a deception, a delusion, a diversion. Because instead of worrying about getting yourself right on the inside, for some reason, we want to astral project. For some reason, we want to go chase EVPs and apparitions, and we want to do this silly stuff. And I fell victim to it for a while. But thank God, thank the gods, I've retired from that. Because I just was struck by it's what did Solomon say about vanity? It's frivolous. It's vanity. It's silliness. It doesn't matter if there's a ghost at Brushy Mountain State Prison or not. Who cares? It doesn't change your life. It doesn't affect your ascension. If anything, it keeps you focused on things that don't matter. I wish I'd have listened to Sandra a little sooner, but we were early in our relationship. She didn't feel like she could say, hey, dummy, we're wasting time doing this. She wanted to. We had a discussion about this the other day. She wanted to say, Jeff, these ghost walks, they're kind of silly. Let's don't do this anymore. But we were just dating, and she didn't want to say, hey, dum-dum. I wish she would have, because I probably would have listened to her. Problem was, she was still there instead of here. Oh, I don't want to say anything to hurt, bother him. Instead of, hey, dummy, we're wasting our time. Could have saved us a lot of time and a lot of hassle and some money. But anyway, and this does line up with my teaching on dreams, Sandra. I like to refer to that as my revelation on dreams. Because everybody's got a teaching, but I think it's straight up reality. If you're sleeping more than 3 hours at a stretch, the dreams you get, not only are bad data, they're deceptive data, they're deluding data, they're diversionary data. Don't write it down. Don't think about it. Forget it. If you feel like you're called to listen to your dreams, then sleep every 3 hours, get up. Go back to sleep for 3 hours. Get up, because that's the only way to get good data. That's not me saying it. That's science. And it's spiritual science as well. Folks, we're being sold a bill of goods. I become more convinced the more I talk about it. The astral realm is nothing but an amusement park for the archons. Let's con the silly humans up here so we can vampirize them a little bit and we can watch them chase their tails. It's like these, Sandra got these lights for our cats, these red lights. And it's automatic. You used to have to hold it and move it around. No, this does it automatically, and it goes up against the wall, and the cats are jumping and they're running. That's what the astral realm is. It's the archons with the lights, and we're the cats. Oh, look, they're jumping up here. Oh, look, they're jumping over there. Oh, look, they're running around. They're chasing their tails. These silly humans. I'm convinced. That's really what it is. They're spiritual avatars. They're archonic avatars. It's astral holographic technology. If you want to know what that is, search that term on my channel. What are the implications of this? We're chasing red lights, and it's so funny that a lot of these ghost hunting equipment have these red lights on it. These little blinky lights. It's distraction. Thank you, Pierce. He says you must have guidance. I think he's saying, boy, you must be guided. Real hustlers live on 3-hour naps. Delaney, I feel you, girl. I feel you. And I think it's true. Let's get into the chat room real quick. Burn me, says Warrior Princess. I'm with you, girl. Burn me too. I knew there was a logical reason they started to use coffin, says Daniel Harry Lakumi. I agree with you 100%. Pierce says, just burn me up. You pay more for a coffin than in your car. That makes a lot of sense. As Tracy SM's her age. Remember the Barbara Hershey movie? It's been pleasant, though, so far. What's happening? No joke. Coffin puts us in debt. Even the coffin's part of commerce. Sandra says she'll burn me up. No problem. Thank you, dear. I love you, too. Back to the earth and plant a fruit tree on top. That'd be nice. That's a great idea, Misty. I don't want to be one of those gemstones because I want to be back into the earth. I want to go back to mama. I want to go back to daddy. To wake up to what's real now. I think the burning sets you free from the flesh and returns the minerals or elements back to Mother Earth. It's a perfect balance. Trina, you're 100% right. That's why the ancients did it, and that's why I wish I could do it. Daniel wishes the vultures would eat his corpse so he doesn't contaminate waters with corpses. Yeah, that's a cool idea too. Bio bags where you become mushrooms. Hey, get back to the earth. I want to get back to the earth. I don't know if they're actually hermetically sealed, but they do everything they can to hermetically seal them. When you open them up, it goes... I've been there where they open coffins, and there's this sucking sound. So, yeah, it is sealed. A while back, I saw something on echo burials. I like that. People attach too much to the body. Doctors told me the spine was buggered, too. I agree. If you get your cord cut in the astral, you're a goner. Or are you? See, there's all these rules about the astral, all these horror stories about the astral, all these, oh, my gosh, you did it. Listen, folks, I'm telling you, we've been duped. The astral is an archonic amusement park. It's the red cat light for humans. That's my opinion. And every now and then I have been known to share one. And I'm sharing a strong one with you tonight. I agree with Sandra D. The astral is another matrix within this matrix, another layer for you to be deceived by. The astral is the animal in the emotional plane. I can see that as well. Delaney, her sole purpose is to destroy the matrix planetary blast. Good for you, Delaney. I'm with you, girl. My dad bought storage units that had someone's ashes in them. I took them to a funeral director. Dump them on the dirt somewhere. Do that brother or sister a favor. There could be good entities in the astral. Really? Really? Because father didn't know how to get the good entities back to him. Mother didn't know how to get the good entities back to her. Dude, I'm telling you, father knows how to get his children home. Mother knows how to get her children home. And everything in the astral is an archonic copy, deception, delusion, diversion. It's like using your microwave oven. At the very least, it's going to take all the nutrients out of everything you put in it. At the very worst, it makes it toxic. We're falling for it. I agree with you, Rainbow Phoenix. This does line up with my teaching on dreams. Thank you, dear. Do you think that's why souls can't rest, because they weren't returned back to the earth? Warrior Princess, that's an interesting point. If they're not just archonic copies, deceptions, delusions, diversions, but how would they get out of the box? You know, I'm not saying that you can't get out of the box, but let's face it. These coffins are made so that your body never, ever returns back to the earth. Do you know how long it takes for a copper coffin to degrade enough that your actual dirt can get back to the dirt? Probably thousands of years. So as Warrior Princess asks, what's the implications for your spirit getting back to father if your body can't get back to mother? It's like that John Travolta meme. Wow. Jamie, you need to. And Sandra is the one to teach you. She taught me. Astral projection will disconnect you. Sandra D does it again. It's a deception. It's a delusion. Don't do it. Don't ask me to teach you anymore. I'm not going to do it. Not going to do it. Thank you, Jason. Meditation is step number 1. Astral projection is not a toy. I say, Crystal Keith, that I can't think of one reason why we need to astral project. Not one. Not one. Listen to that still small voice. There's literally thousands that meditate twice a day. Okay, good. Rex was told, do not return. Interesting. Anytime, anywhere. Hey, dum-dum. Ah, that's funny. What's your astral question, Kathy? No, we're not supposed to learn to astral project. I'm convinced of it. Distractions hold us back from the self-work. Astral travel's a deception. A distraction playground. Who said that? I like that. Oh, Rocky Stucci's in the house. Rocky had the only good description I've ever heard for somebody getting into the paranormal, so he could see if there was life after death. Thank you for saying I'm on point. Smack my head. Burn the coffin. I never liked the idea of coffins. Hello, Rocky Stucci. I didn't see him in here, but hello, Yo, Rocky. There he is. Yo, shut up. Rocky's in the house. It is a big revelation, isn't it? I'm spreading my dad's ashes. Good for you. Our soul contract's real. Yeah. I have a really, I don't know. That's another show. All right. Ascension will take place naturally when we die. I think that Father knows how to get people back to him. I think Mother knows how to get her kids back to her. And that's why I'm becoming more convinced by the second, 36, 37, 38, 39, that the astral realm is a delusion, a deception, a diversion. Thank you, Rainbow Phoenix. Thank you, Pierce. So there you go. That's all I got. We are of our father. We're of our mother. Genesis 3 says that that's how we get back to the earth. Ecclesiastes talks about how we get back to our father. Are coffins keeping us from doing that? And if that's true, then what is this stuff in the astral? What are these ghosts? What are these hauntings? As I see it, there's two possibilities. Either the father and the mother are imperfect or impotent to some degree. And I don't mean like they impotent. I mean they're impotent. Or the astral is an archonic hoax. They're just a bunch of cat owners with red lights watching us, laughing at us. They're copies, they're avatars, they're archons, and the implications of this are staggering. 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 So, tonight, Jay Campbell talking about disclosure. And if it's all a deception, then maybe disclosure. How many books have been written about disclosure and aliens and ETs and UFOs? And how does that change your life? How does that change your life? How's that going to help you get in here and get this work done? Keep them focused on space so they'll never get into this space. Keep them focused on space so they'll never get into this space. Maybe somebody's messing with you. I'm just saying. I'm just asking the questions. I'm Jeffrey Daugherty. This is New Cosmic Knowledge. I'm just here to help you ask questions and question answers. I'm just here to help you unindoctrinate yourself. And like Sandra says, that's an inside job. In the astral, I don't know where it is, but I know it ain't inside. The ghosts, the hauntings, the aliens, I don't know where they are, but they're not inside. And if getting unindoctrinated, if creating yourself is an inside job, and it is, why do you spend so much time worrying about all this outside stuff? Maybe it's time to stop worrying about what's out there or what's over there. You know, we all believe the truth is out there. No, it's not. I don't care what Fox Mulder says. The truth is not out there. The truth is right in here and right in here. And the only way to get there is through meditation, is through introspection. Forget about the aliens and the astral realm and the hauntings and the prisons and the let's get an EVP, let's get a freaking apparition. Not going to do one thing for you except distract you from going inside. Other than that, I really don't have many opinions on the subject. Sandra and I are here to help you. Do the inside job. Do the inside work. serpentanddove.org. rawreflections.org. jeffreydaugherty.com. We will work with you. We will help you create yourself. We will help you build the life you love. We'll help you get the inside job done. Not going to help you with aliens. Not going to help you astral project. Not going to help you with hauntings. Not going to help you with chasing down ghosts. No, don't want anything to do with it. We're about job one. We're about that inside job. Go to any of those websites I just mentioned. You can contact me there. You can contact Sandra there. Why do I do this? Because the divinity in me recognizes the divinity in you. I salute you for being here, seeking after truth. Check the box below for the new Serpent and Dove channel on YouTube. We got 15,000 plus subscribers here. I'd like some of y'all to go over there and subscribe too, if you would. Unindoctrinate yourself. It's an inside job. For Jeffrey Daugherty, for For Sandra D, I'm Jeffrey Daugherty. Nice to see you, Rocky. Shut up. And we'll see you tonight with Jay Campbell at 8 o'clock, Scotty Roberts at 10 o'clock Eastern time, right? Yeah, 10 o'clock Eastern time. Tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern time, Derek from Global Witness. Saturday, I think, Avery from Lois, the emotional meatball, Rocky Stucci. And we're still trying to get him to work us into his busy schedule so we can have Rocky and Sandra talk about recovery from addiction. We got a lot of good stuff coming up. Magenta Pixie next week. Gerald Clark is watching some of my videos, deciding if he wants to come on. We got some good stuff. Thank you, Rainbow Phoenix, for subscribing. I appreciate that very much. Until later, for Sandra D, I'm Jeffrey Daugherty. This is New Cosmic Knowledge. And like Rex says, be excellent to each other. Be excellent to yourself. And here's the quote of the day. The astral projection, the astral realm is like a Star Trek holodeck. Bam. Until tonight, I'll see you all. See you soon, folks.